I'm Mark Bittman for the New York Times, and I'm at Sullivan Street Bakery in Manhattan's Hell's Kitchen, where owner and head baker Jim Lahey says he has a method for producing bread that, using it, a 6-year-old can make better bread than almost any bakery in the country, including this one. So I'm here to find out what this is all about, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm here with Jim Lahey, Sullivan Street Bakery,
Hey,
and
Mark.
Jim. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Mark.
Jim has a technique that he says any 6-year-old can do, which may mean that I can't,
or
but
4-year-old,
right,
or 4-year-old.
to produce great bread, and it's the traditional water, flour, yeast, salt.
Water, flour, yeast, salt.
No tricks.
No tricks. Just take 3 cups of flour.
And we're using regular all-purpose flour here.
So we take 1/4 teaspoon, right, of yeast.
And you're using instant yeast.
Yeah, and then I take a teaspoon and another 1/4 of salt. Mix it all together, a couple seconds, just make sure that all the ingredients are mixed together. And then add to that 1 cup of water and a half. Right?
Yep.
And then, this is the difficult part, folks. Just pull it all together.
And
Just pull it all together like this. Once you have
look at that. That's
a
beautiful.
dough.
That was easy enough.
done, finished.
No kneading.
No kneading, no kneading.
No nothing.
Once it comes together, it's done.
We're going to cover this, and we're going to come back
cover
here.
this.
What in
In about 12 hours.
12 hours?
12 hours.
So what should we do for 12 hours?
Are you hungry?
We're not really waiting 12 hours. Jim
not.
has made a
We're not really.
batch of this stuff 12 hours ago.
No, actually 19 hours ago.
Okay.
When we dump the dough, you're going to see a very stringy texture, and that's the gluten. To make this for home baking, just lightly pat it.
Okay.
Then, if for the sake of the home baker, just fold it over like that. Just a little bit of wheat bran. And put it seam side. This is the seam. You put the seam down, leave the smooth side up, and then put a little bit of flour. You can even use flour instead of wheat bran. And cover
You're going to
it up.
invert it again into the. You invert
Now
it
we
again
invert it
into
so
the pot.
yeah, that's the part that's going to open up. You just take this, right, and just plop it in, right.
Cool.
Take this. Whoa! I had to throw it in there because.
And a cover.
And a cover. Ouch, that hurt.
This is so cool.
Right?
Can you use cast iron for this?
Yes,
you should
absolutely.
be able to,
and
yeah?
you could use Pyrex, and we'll put this back in.
But you do preheat the pots.
You want those pots
Blazing hot.
Yeah.
And the oven's at 500?
Yeah, and if you were using an oven at home, same deal. 500, even 515.
30 minutes?
30 minutes with the cover closed, and about another 15 to 20 minutes with the cover open.
I can't wait.
I want to see some color on the top. You have to remember, too, because you're creating an enclosed space, it's 212 degrees. Yeah, you need 70% humidity for at least 2/3 of the total baking time in order to allow the steam that's inside the bread to migrate outwards. 20 minutes have gone by, put the lid off at 500 degrees, and then this is what we get. Be very careful.
You like that? You like the way it looks?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. You want to see a good degree of caramelization of the crust. You want to see a nice caramel color, nice dark, almost chestnut underneath that wheat bran. And normally I'd let this rest until it cooled down and formed a crust.
Right, okay.
But for the sake of argument, beautiful crumb structure, And the color of the crust is yellow because of the pigmentation in the flour. You retain that by using this slower technique.
In terms of simplicity, it's unbelievable. Nice work.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. For
I will
coming by,
steal
man.
this recipe for years.
Absolutely. Make sure that everyone has access to it.
No, we'll do that.
What's the goal?